Y'all really enjoyed my last Sandicides video. To be honest, I did too. It was my introduction to Sandicides, and I feel like I learned something. I went into it thinking there's no way this could possibly teach me anything. What a fool I was and am. Because now I'm gonna watch an episode called Can Lying Be Good? I'm like, you can't teach me anything. See, I already know. Sure, why not? Depends on the lie. I was about to start like presenting situations and analyzing, but I realize it might sound like then people will be like, wow, Matthew can't be trusted. And I'm sure this episode is gonna dig into him anyway. So before we start, if you wanna see some uncut versions of my reactions, you can do so over on Patreon, and you can hear me swear fully uncensored over there. Wouldn't that be bitch fantastic? You can also join my Discord if you feel like having me, I don't know, like harass you via text. The link's in the description below. Do you know what I'm excited for in this video? Joan. Also, I said this in the last video, but just for the interest of transparency, I am like acquaintances with Thomas. We don't really talk very much, but Joan. Oh, Joan is amazing. I love them. So if you just hear me saying so many good things, I'll admit there's a bias.
For my next trick, I will transform myself.
Oh, yeah. As soon as he started speaking, I realized a lot of y'all were like, Matthew, please watch these in order. You gotta watch them all in order. Don't do another episode unless you watch them in order. There's a lot of episodes. I'm not planning on watching the entirety of the series. If I did that for every series I watched, I would do nothing but watch things day in and day out, always. So I will be taking this out of context as its own piece of work. Just thought I'd let you know because that bothers some people, but it's how I like to consume media. I find this fun.
For my next trick, I will transform myself into a very old man.
Hell yeah.
The catch is that the trick takes about 60 years.
Oh, I thought he was gonna be like, I've already done it, haha.
Mine has been nice, so far. Up until I messed everything up! Why, what happened?
Oh, here he is.
Hey there, Patton. I, didn't see you rise up there. What, you ask, what happened?
That's the morality?
For
Yes.
lack of, better words.
He was a bad friend.
Would you stop saying that?
What? It's true.
The
I tried to
situation was
course correct,
incredibly
but you wouldn't let me.
complicated. There were many factors
is,
at stake.
you know you
You
screwed him up.
always do this!
I'm like, okay, trying to deal with my own, like, I was gonna say, I'm not really anxious about this, but the overlapping voices, that's my brain. My brain is all one overlapping voice. I wish it was one overlapping voice.
Guess who has 10 fingers and is very confused?
Me, always, yes.
I'm sure that Joan was also confused when they saw that Thomas's reserved seat was empty.
Just let it...
Damn, wow, Thomas screwed over Joan. Oh.
Provided you have me there to help sift through the nonsense. Oh, good, Logan, everyone's favorite character.
I guess it didn't occur to me how, like, they're bickering between each other, which is kind of like, well, not even kind of, it just is internal conflict. What a weird personification of internal conflict. I love it. Also, I love that morality immediately essentially was just like, nerd.
Thomas was having another mundane evening in where he whiles away useful waking hours by consuming content he's already watched 15 and...
Could you stop calling me out, please? That'd be great.
Thomas had forgotten that just a little while ago he had told his best friend Joan that he would attend a staged reading of a play that Joan had worked so
Oh my god. Did he not own up to it? Like he lied?
This one particularly dashing fellow, which is a unique happenstance, let me tell you. And Thomas, sweet, innocently acquiesced.
Yeah.
So he ditched Joan for a date?
Thomas remembered where he was supposed to be, supporting his best friend Joan.
Anxiety doesn't even feel anxious right now. He just feels like he's calling him out.
This fella was so flippin' cute.
Oh my god.
It was worth it to stick around. And besides, you had missed the first act by that point. It was already too late.
Yeah. Better to miss the entire thing and lie, I'm guessing.
Looking at it objectively, so you guys can sit this one out.
No emotions.
Being there for the sake of supporting them. And then this morning they sent one text. Where were you last night?
Yeah.
F-word face.
Oh, yeah, where was I? Sorry that I wasn't at your play. I was trying to get laid. I swear, if he responds just like, oh, my grandmother had to go to hospital, I'll be, ugh.
What do I say? The truth is honestly so bad. Well, the only alternative to the truth is a fabrication in order...
I mean, if you know the truth is bad, I mean, doesn't that give a moment for introspection?
Lying is only going to bring about more trouble, Thomas.
Real? Yes.
I mean, it's Joan. I just don't know how I could bring myself to lie to them.
Patton, you're Thomas's morality. What do you have to say about any of this?
Is Patton gonna be like, lie? Why not?
Views on honesty that we can look at to try to help us out here. Let's look at Kant. Whoa!
I'm thinking, like, they're representations of him and his emotions, but that doesn't mean that they are the thing that they are. Like, just because it's a representation of Thomas's morality doesn't mean that the morality is moral. Like, his morality could be bad. So when I say maybe morality will tell him to lie, it sounds kind of silly because maybe that's not moral, but maybe according to his own moral compass it is. In this circumstance?
He was a 19th century German philosopher who believed you should never lie.
Yeah.
No matter
I know that because of The Good Place.
One would be treating them as a means to your end rather than their own person with their own ends in mind. A dilemma was presented to Kant. What if a known murderer came to your house asking where your friend was so they could kill him? Would you tell the truth then? No, not Joan, never!
Damn, the intensity.
Kant's response, yeppers, you should still tell them.
What?
Kant believed that you were not responsible for the actions of the murderer, and you should just keep your hands clean.
But that doesn't...
Huh, Bert?
Like, yeah, you wouldn't be responsible, but that doesn't change that you could stop something, and also whether you want that to happen or not. I guess, like, this is an argument for what is moral, not what you should or want to do. So I guess as its own little thought experiment, that makes sense. But I'm sure if someone asked that of Kant, he'd be like, no, I'm not gonna tell, I'm gonna lie, actually.
Referencing famous philosophers? I'm impressed. I'm morality. I gotta know my stuff.
Impressed isn't the word I'd use.
The point is, many people think Kant is just a bit idealistic. The death of my friend is not ideal.
I mean, I know that I've only really watched a little bit of Sandersides, but like, I don't know. I don't really remember what morality was like too much in the last one. I just feel like, I guess it comes with growth, but like he feels a bit different. I don't really remember him talking this seriously in the last one. Like he was, but it wasn't like so intensely serious. So it's just really interesting to get like literal philosophical conversation in this too.
So you think Kant is wrong? Yeah. Therefore, it's okay to bend the truth whenever it's appropriate.
And totally okay to violate
Yeah, but thinking that always telling the truth regardless of the consequences is wrong is not the same as saying you should always lie whenever you get the opportunity.
Patton, I thought you said lying was wrong.
Well, it's all about priorities, friendo. What's more important?
Friendo.
Joan's feelings or honesty? Don't think that I can lie to Joan without feeling like a big jerk.
Maybe you just need some practice.
Joan, don't hate me!
Sorry.
They entered the show!
Maybe we could try out lying to Joan to see how it feels.
Oh!
What the heck did we establish this whole shape?
Joan is playing creativity. I love that. But creativity is pretending to be Joan so that he can practice lying to them.
Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly.
You're not Joan. I don't know how they'd react, and I'd be lying to their face several times. That's just a punishment.
Well, if you're considering lying to Joan, maybe you deserve it.
Punishment and why am I just kind of siding with Virgil?
Distorting Joan's reality as a means to our end, we might need a strategy. Would you stop phrasing it that way?
Yeah, they're talking about strategy. It seems so, like, insidious.
That is literally what is happening here, Thomas. DWI.
Driving while intoxicated.
That's what I thought.
Deal with it.
Then we shall play the part. Lights up.
They're
on
gonna-
Guys, this Joan inside your brain. I wake up and I gotta.
Is this...
I gotta lie to Jane.
Stop. Wait.
Oh my god. It was a Lin-Manuel Miranda impression. And it was very good.
Lights up on Roman disguised as Joan inside your brain. I wake up.
I need Hamilton, but every character is Joan.
Welcome to the Mind Palace Theater, Thomas, starring me, Roman, for one night.
Joanly.
Joan Lee?
There will be a 15-minute intermission, or maybe just like 3 15-second ads that pop up in the middle of the video. But let's not forget all of the people making
So
this
dumb.
possible. Logan, our stage manager / dramaturg.
He doesn't seem happy to...
Pronunciation is dramaturg, the researcher of the plays and operas being put on.
Okay,
That's
never
what
mind.
you gotta
Maybe he
do.
does seem happy to.
Can't forget our awesome, hard-working techie, Virgil, our utterly delightful go-between for the operation of the lights, the set, the costumes, the
So, everything.
many things.
Virgil, like, does honestly do a pretty good job of personifying how my brain feels. It doesn't even need to be in response to a big list, just so many things. Always.
And Pat
Patton is our amazing director. What? No, I'm the actor,
Director.
director, and writer. I'm basically Orson Welles. Oh, please. Fine, Patton, you're the director. Yay!
He's completely changed outfits too. It's weird seeing them in different things.
Thomas!
What is...
It's Mother's Day, and I'm wondering where my little gifty wifty is from my
Gift-
oopsie oopsie poopsie pants.
Joan, I just want you to know. You're my little cutie oopsie poopsie pants.
Did you just voice message?
Emphasis on the oopsie because you were a mistake.
Wow! Okay, wow.
Thomas, just go along with it. Fine.
He turned into Thomas. This is trippy as
Did I get her a gift? No, I didn't.
What?
Wow.
Sorry.
You don't love me?
No.
You were mistaken. I hereby disown you as my son.
End scene. Roman.
How does this apply to Joan? Or they're talking about situations where you should lie?
Okay, but that's not actually what would happen. Oh, I'm sorry, Thomas. Do you know how any and all future events will play out should they come to pass?
That is what Virgil's for.
No, he doesn't. Didn't think so. All right, let's run it again from the top with more feeling this time.
I adore Mother's Day. It's the finest day in May. Oh, my beautiful son, I didn't see you there.
No oopsie poopsie pants.
I was on my way here to get you your gift, but it got lost.
Oh, goodness, how?
See, now you have to keep lying.
A homeless lady, ate it. What?
What? Why?
What was it? Say it's edible.
Free food counter like a doofus, and she mistook it for a free food sample and ate it.
Oh, poor thing. Was she hungry?
Very hungry. That's why I bought her lunch. We exchanged information.
I mean, this is a very bad demonstration of a moral lie because all it's doing is making him seem good while also making him seem good. Because he's like, yes, I did get you a wonderful present. Don't even worry about that. But what ended up happening was I helped a homeless lady.
We exchanged information, and she told me she would call me on a payphone when the gift later resurfaces. What?
Oh, it wasn't even food?
It's the thought that counts. I love you.
And scene. Brilliant. Really? Logan, can you tell us more about that scene? That was a series of lies of commission, which is when the liar tells the subject an unmitigated falsehood, presenting fiction as fact.
I mean, we all know different categories of lying, but like, I've not even thought of that specifically. That's just what I call lying.
Except if we go that route, we should make a point to actually feed the homeless later. Totally. And most importantly, you spared your mom's feelings.
And made you feel better.
Gosh darn it, Sanders, where were you for your Sunday shift?
That Thomas's
What's going on here?
boss?
What is the scene? What is happening? You lied?
The cigar, man.
Wait, I already lied? I don't have a choice in the matter?
No, that's in the past.
You did it because your boyfriend really wanted to spend the day with you. Boyfriend? What boyfriend? How many lies are we telling here?
Well, isn't that exactly the question?
Where were you on Sunday? We were slammed because you weren't there. I'm gonna start calling you Thomas Slamder.
I should really come clean. My boyfriend wanted to spend more time with me, so I lied in order to have a free day to share.
Oh, damn. Actually coming clean.
You're lazy and you're gay? You're fired!
If your boss is a homophobe, I would have wanted to work there anyway. Noted. Let's run it again.
That took me so off guard.
Where were you on Sunday, Thomas? You better have a good excuse or I'll fire you.
Look, Mr. Doo-Doo Face, I have worked here at this job selling Hot Topic merch.
No.
Yes, and for 4 years now. You know that if I miss a day of work, it's probably for a valid reason.
What is the valid reason? That's the follow-up question, right?
I suppose you're right. Just don't make a habit out of it. Like your weird habit of gluing your butt cheeks together.
Yeah. My favorite habit in the world.
Thomas, that technique you used right there was called a character lie. It is the act of covering up a truth by talking about oneself in order to throw off suspicion.
Again, a category I've never thought of.
Completely evaded the matter at hand. Oh, cool. Yeah.
That's wild. Is this a tutorial? Should I feel bad for interpreting it like that? That's genius. Okay, who's this one meant to be?
No effing way, dude. Who broke this vase? Who broke this vase? Seriously, guys.
Joan can pull off so much.
Somebody broke my grandma's vase. And that was the last thing she gave to me before she died. I swear, I'll things football and or skateboarding, that I will find you. Don't make me cry these incredibly manly tears. Anyone can speak up here.
Dude, why do I want to be at his party though? Seems so chill.
Especially those of us who aren't imagined and are actually here on the stage, like not the people who are imagined to be here through means of suspension of disbelief.
In this situation as well, it's like, because they keep talking about lying as being something that could be an altruistic act because you just want to spare someone else's feelings. But here specifically, if Thomas were to lie, it would only be to save himself, right? There's no like, oh, I'm going to make this dude feel better because if he doesn't know who broke his grandma's vase and can't get any closure on that, that'll feel good. I guess at the start of this video, I kind of thought they'd only be tackling things in a certain way and to do with active lies that fall into moral gray areas, but here they're analyzing the moral gray in something that to me feels more black and white.
Very well, I shall continue searching for the culprit in the next room.
So it just didn't say anything. Oh, like a lie of omission almost?
Actually, that was an acceptable version of what is known as a lie of omission.
Yeah.
Withholding important information that would help to elucidate the truth. But he didn't say anything. Lies of omission are like, I'm going to say some things, I'm going to leave something out. Say some things, leave something out. Well, anything
I mean,
with
he
important information.
kind of still did leave things. Yeah.
Go, valid technique. Maybe some of the scene play is making me feel a little icky. I thought you were fine with all of this.
Wasn't it your idea?
Definitely has to be a little bit strenuous on him. Isn't that right, Patton? All right, guys, it all comes down to this. You've put on one heart-stopping
Yeah.
act after another. Now,
Maybe I'm crazy, but it's just weird that Patton does not give a shit.
Mr. Thomas, where do babies come from?
Stop. No.
we are not doing this one.
What? Adults do this all the time.
We are not going there. No. Yeah, everyone knows where babies come from.
This is surreal.
Mr. Thomas, what is a pet hamster?
Oh, no.
Pet hamster. I killed it.
Well, little Ed,
That's my name, don't worry it out.
your hamster.
Yes, what happened to my cute, fluffy, impossible not to love, only friend in the world who also happens to be my pet hamster, Sir Squiggles the Play?
Really laying on the guilt.
Squiggles, went away to, a lovely little hamster hotel.
Why?
Still a lie, though.
He didn't feel the same way about you.
Wow. That's worse. What the f?
Thomas, let's try not to make the child cry. But this is
Try.
sad and I'm such a sucker.
No. Make Joan cry.
Go again. Look, Ed, you know me. I'm your, like,
He's trying to go for the character lie.
So where is he?
you know me. And stopping again.
Will you please tell me what happened to my furry, squishy, beautiful, fragile, but dear companion, Sir Squiggles? The boy?
Stop with the point of view.
And scene. I'm sorry.
Yes. Cry and run away. I think that's a good choice. I think that works in most scenarios, right?
This whole night has been a fiasco. It's curtains, for sure. Curtains? No, I didn't. Oh, come on.
I feel like this is weird even for them. Oh, they're just done with the acting?
All's well that ends well, I suppose.
That did not end well.
They also had zero conclusions.
Come on, guys. Let's not give up now. Thomas, you don't want to make Joan mad at you, do you? No, I don't.
Okay, like,
I feel like I would be mad.
some shit's definitely funky. Maybe, I don't know things well enough, and I feel like a conspiracy theorist, but like, morality has been driving this whole time, being like, yeah, let's lie, let's practice lie. I mean, again, maybe it's just an example of how someone's sense of morality isn't necessarily objectively moral, and how they can rationalize their own bad choices?
Virgil, buddy, I know you weren't too keen on
God,
it at first. Come on, could you
Yeah, he's still trying to convince them. This is weird.
His friends make me feel more at ease, but Thomas lying would make me just as uneasy. And anyone who doesn't understand that should just shut up. Whoa now.
Damn.
Virgil?
Fight!
I know this sounds backwards, but sometimes lying is good.
But you've said before that...
I know what I said. It doesn't matter.
What is this panic?
I think what I need to do is accept the true course of action. I need to tell the truth here. And it might hurt to do that. But
Ultimately can also build a better foundation between friends.
wow, I'm so proud of you, Thomas. You're so mature.
The sarcasm.
Thank you.
Hello?
I knew something smelled fishy here. Oh, you mean how he's...
That's what I've been saying. Oh.
I don't. What is happening?
You have to give us permission first.
There are sides to everyone that they prefer not to know about. You just have to be open to hearing it. In other words, would you like to learn something new about yourself, Thomas? I
Are
don't
we getting like a new character or something?
either, Thomas. You might not like what you find.
Oh, that's
Tell me
okay.
to say.
I've been saying this whole goddamn video. Something seems weird about Patton, and I've been saying like, oh, maybe it's just a weird meta exploration of what morality is and how people justify their own actions, but it's not Patton. He's a liar!
Fine, tell me. Deceit! What?
He's deceit.
She. Never heard of her. Oh, I hate this.
Why? Oh, I was literally gonna be like, why does he look like a snake? Snake.
However, he is very kind. Love the new outfit, Roman. Thank you.
He's kind if you're naive.
I adore the more intense eyeshadow. It totally doesn't make you
Music's kind of banging though.
nice gloves. Did you just finish washing some dishes?
Wow, they really do look like dishwashing gloves.
But I am an honest person. Oh, you are, Thomas. You are a good person. Everybody says so.
Does that mean everything he says is a lie?
Try to be. That's a more honest statement. Given all the variations of dishonesty, lies of omission, lies of commission, etc., lies can be fairly difficult to avoid. According to Pamela Meyer, author of Lie Spotting, on any given day, you may be lied to between 10 to 200 times.
Yeah, lies like make society function.
An average unmarried couple lies to one another in 1 out of every 3 interactions.
Wow. Wait, how do you even judge that? The irony is that you can only really do that based on self-reporting, and self-reporting could be a lie. So it could be far worse than that, and we don't know.
Very few people are always honest 100% of the time.
If you were, God, you would destroy everything.
So what, he made me think I'm a completely honest person, so I didn't know he existed? You place distance between who you are and the lies that you tell. He is responsible for your doing so. I can't believe that I fooled myself like that. You don't want to believe it. That's where his power comes from. Things that you want to believe. Things that you wish were true.
Ooh, that's fascinating.
You wish weren't.
It is much easier to convince someone of something they want to believe, right?
What you don't know can't hurt you. Falsehood. Knowledge is an incomparably valuable multi-purpose tool that is instrumental.
I mean, even without a speech like this, I'm just like, yeah, like things that you don't know can absolutely hurt you, right?
Speaking of seeking knowledge, where is Patton? How dare you stand where he stood? You foolish dummy. I am and always have been Patton.
Oh, yeah, I mean, well, that could be a lie. But
You have no morality.
I thought it was gonna be that they're like two sides of the same coin, right?
Hey. You're in my spot.
I mean, yeah, they are kind of like,
It all went according to plan. Surely it didn't. Get out of here, Jack the Fibber.
if there is this personification of morality, then like I was saying in the anxiety episode, you can't know what good is without also knowing what bad is. So if morality here is just like a positive moral compass, then in order to have that, you also have to have a negative moral compass, right? Like I can imagine and understand all kinds of different negative scenarios and why they would be bad and why I don't do them. So that is kind of built into the concept of morality itself.
All right, but you've seen the last of me. Wait, how do we know this is the real Patton? Maybe this is another one of Deceit's tricks. Oh my, enough twists. Yeah, quick, how do you feel about lying? It's wrong! Exactly what
But yeah, I was gonna say, couldn't he just say that?
Someone once posed a dilemma to Plato. What if a known murderer came to you? I know my Play-Doh. I've been eating it since I was like 5. Eating?
What? Play-Doh. Oh my god.
Modeling compound. Is there any other kind? That's for playing, not eating. Mama told me to never play with my food. Definitely Patton. I'm still reeling from all of it.
But I swear, by the time I've worked out what the last sentence means, there's like 6 more.
Deceit told me that I was a good person.
He's like, damn, now I've got to lie to Joan. I mean, tell the truth to Joan.
Am I actually a bad person? You know, kiddo, I don't think you are. I think maybe in that moment you honestly believed you were a bad person, but belief doesn't always translate to reality. Thanks, guys. Also, the concepts of good and bad are arguably because we can assign any preferred characteristic. Not a good time.
Crazy, because I was literally about to be like, there's a wonderful quote in BoJack.
Diane, please, I need this. I'm a bad guy, and the world needs to know.
There's no such thing as bad guys or good guys. We're all just guys. who do good stuff sometimes and bad stuff sometimes, and all we can do is try to do less bad stuff and more good stuff. But you're never going to be good because you're not bad. So you need to stop using that as an excuse.
And personally, it feels a bit unproductive to analyze things as far as I'm a good person or I'm a bad person, because if you just have this belief that you're a good person, then it means that you can justify almost anything you do because, oh, I lied, oh, I did that, oh, I stole this thing. Well, I'm a good person, which means that I do good things, which means that anything I do must be justified. And also, if you work backwards from the conclusion of you're a bad person, therefore anything you do is bad, that makes any sort of positive change impossible.
Also, the concepts of good and bad are arguably meaningless because we can assign any preferred characteristics to either.
Not a good time, Logan.
Okay, so
What? It feels like the perfect time.
you decided to tell the truth even before Deceit was unmasked like a friggin' Scooby-Doo villain. Kiddo, simply put, Deceit is an inner coach that acts with the one intention of self-preservation. Well, this time around, I'm gonna tune out that inner coach and set things right.
And if you're aware of that and don't do it, that's also quite positive.
Are there any other sides that Deceit has hidden away from
They're
me?
like, yes.
Yes, the dark side. Deceit really had me doing his bidding today, playing into my love of theater and my love of getting what I want.
What, a puppet master?
Used. Oh, I'll always be here, Roman, but even so, you...
It just occurred to me, like, this, I just said, oh, the puppet master. What role did Deceit get in the play? Director. Literally, like, pulling the strings, goddamn.
I'll always be here, Roman, but even so, you enjoy those nice
Man.
and fantastic heroes.
He feels so much more positive and like a little ball of energy. It shows through so much now after we've had the other side.
On to valiantly and honestly achieving our dreams.
I'm very, very curious
some way this-
how he's gonna lie to, I keep saying lie to Joan. I mean, tell the truth because he's meant to tell the truth. It's troubling that my brain immediately goes to that.
I hope in some way this provided a better understanding as to the different ways that we lie and how that may affect those around us. There are clearly many different perspectives on how it affects others.
I mean, even just like taking a second to think about why you do things is honestly, I think it's one of the best things you can do. Whether you think you've done something bad or good or neither, analyzing the thought patterns that brought you to a specific decision, especially if you're questioning it, is, I don't know, so many people will think, oh, I did this bad thing, and then they'll just dwell on the thing, you know, and they'll obsess over that and the impacts it has, not thinking necessarily about the chain of decisions that led to that, because it's not just one decision, you know, it's a whole series behind it.
It's good to remain conscientious of our actions.
Oh, that's wild. That's almost exactly what I said.
Irresponsible. By
And that's what I was saying before.
on our flaws, we're taking the best steps forward to being more true and honest with ourselves. Until next time.
That's so positive and cute. Yeah,
Pals,
but did you lie to Joan? Oh, there we go.
about last night, I totally forgot. I'm so sorry. I didn't remember until midway through this outing I was at, and...
Oh yeah, it's Joe.
But it was a one-night show you had, and...
Yeah, it was just a reading.
But the text...
Just doesn't even care.
Literally typed out F-word face. Is that serious in your world? Is that a serious person?
Well, I clearly misinterpreted the tone.
Man, I love that. Also, just having that anxiety and dwelling on that without asking and communicating, you know? Life gets so much easier when you realize if you're unsure what someone thinks and feels, you can ask.
I just hope you didn't do that thing that you do sometimes where you freak out and stand in the middle of your living room and talk to yourself for 20 minutes.
No, who would do that? Much the same as last time. That was a lot. Very interesting. I've been filming this video for a long time now, and honestly, I feel like I have said everything I want to and everything I possibly could. So let's just leave it at that. It was a great exploration of morality, reasoned morality, and like deceit, reasoned immorality. I just coined a term. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I really appreciate you being here, and I'll see you next time. Was that a lie? Who knows? Yes. Although the yes could be a lie.